We are a nation in crisis. Ang popularity rating ng ating presidente is 14%, the lowest by any president in modern times. Merong isang tao na napakaaga gusto nang tuparin ang kanyang ambisyon na maging presidente ng Pilipinas. That man who has been salivating to become the next president could fulfill his dream. And this man is no other than Martin Romualdez. Hindi pwede yung ayuda, pipiliin lang kung sinong bibigyan, kung kapartido bibigyan, kapag hindi partido, hindi bibigyan. That is not governance. That is not governance. That is politics. My dear people, mga minamahal kong kababayan, I have to give you a national perspective of politics today so that you will understand, ma-translate natin sa ating lokal na politika. We are a nation in crisis. Ang utang natin is 16.3 trillion pesos. Ang popularity rating ng ating presidente is 14%, the lowest by any president in modern times. Divided ang ating bansa. Nag-aaway ang Kampo Marcos at Kampo Duterte. Why did it come to this? Bakit nangyari ito? Sapagkat merong isang tao na napakaaga gusto nang tuparin ang kanyang ambisyon na maging presidente ng Pilipinas. Ang unang ginawa nila, People's Initiative, they wanted to amend the Constitution so that we will shift from presidential to parliamentary and he can be appointed Prime Minister. Hindi nagtagumpay yun, 26 billion ng gastos. Gumawa sila ng bagong programa, ayuda. Etong mga perang binibigay sa inyo, hindi itutulong sa mahihirap. Ito ay pambili ng boto natin para yung kanilang kandidato sa lokal ngayong eleksyon ay mananalo in preparation for 2028. Hindi pa rin nakontento, they impeached Sara Duterte. Hindi pa rin nakontento, they exiled the former president to The Hague to be tried by a foreign court. My dear friends, all of this have bearing on our local politics. Sapagkat ang totoo niyan, etong mga ayudang tinatanggap ninyo ngayon ay bahagi ng isang matinding plano para bilhin ang mga boto ng ating mga botante so that they will be able to position their local candidates so that in 2028, that man who has been salivating to become the next president could fulfill his dream. And this man is no other than Martin Romualdez. I am not going to gamble the future of my children. I am not going to gamble the future of our province. Kaya nung magdesisyon ako na tumakbo bilang gobernador, gumawa ako ng programa to create an independent, virtual independent province of North Cotabato. Agriculture, productivity, food sufficiency, jobs for our people, health, at lubos sa lahat, scholarship for our children. My dear friends, we will focus on agriculture. There is no other way. Ang palay ngayon, 15. Ang bigas, 60. Hindi pwedeng magpatuloy yan. We have to do something about it. And we have to come up with a program to stop this. By doing improvements in agriculture, we have to go back to the basic. Hydrology study, soil analysis, and then we support our farmers by starting what I call corporate governance. Makikialam na ang provincial government sa pamamagitan ng provincial economic enterprise in buying the palay of your tatay and nanay sa magandang presyo at ibenta natin sa lokal na palengke sa magandang presyo. We will also support our corn farmers by buying their corn at a good price and, of course, selling feeds, supporting our livestock and our poultry programs. We have to go back to the basic issue of sending our children to school for free. We have to go back to the basic service of government to provide health, libreng ospital na ginawa na natin noong akong gobernador ninyo. There was only one cabinet secretary in the official family of President Duterte na nagpa-lifestyle check at nakitang walang tagong yaman. Ako lang yun. I was the only cabinet secretary cleared by the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission. I am 71 years old. I do not intend to tarnish my name after all of these years in public service. Believe me, I have never been charged with graft and corruption, and I will never be charged with graft and corruption. Pangalawa, eto gusto ko lang banggitin ito. Wala to sa tanong mo. 5 days ago, yung aking isang matalik na kaibigan na taga Mitsayap, si Sindato Roy de Langalen, pinatay. Maliban dyan, marami pang mga insidente ng patayan na inaagawan ng motor. This is something that hurts me because Sindato de Langalen was my best friend. At hindi ko gustong mapatuloy ito. Kung may awa ang Panginoon at magiging gobernador uli ninyo ako, ibabalik natin yung team ng mga pulis noong araw, yung tinatawag nilang black bags, yung CRRG, nakasakay sa mga motor, 2 pulis, at magpapatrolya sa ating mga highways upang mapigilan natin itong patayan at nakawan ng motor sa Mitsayap. These are the issues. This is the issue that we should be confronting. Ito dapat ang isyong pinag-uusapan natin. Maski magtalo tayo sa poverty rate, hindi tayo magkakasundo dyan because everyone will have his own version. Hayaan na natin ang mga tao magsabing, mahirap ako, okay lang ako. But we cannot ignore the fact that we have a problem with criminality, especially in Mitsayap. Good governance is all about the future. Para sa inyo, sapagkat hindi na ako magtatagal sa mundong ito. But everything that I will do as your governor will be for the young people of North Cotabato. Yan ang isang pangako ko para sa inyo. Now, I'm happy that si Governor Lala has been mentioning about Mlang Airport, the agro-industrial complex. All of these projects were started when I was governor of North Cotabato, which proves one thing. I have the vision. I have the vision for North Cotabato. I built an airport when nobody believed it was viable. Now she's saying it's going to develop my town. Thank you very much. That's 15 years in the making. 15 years na delayed yung airport na yan. Sana kung natapos siya nung araw, sana lumilipad na ang aeroplano dyan at meron na tayong kakargahan ng ating mga produkto. Ganyan lang naman kasimple yan eh. It's all about vision. Hindi pwedeng tsinelas, payong, kalo, sombrero, bisikleta. We cannot govern that way. Walang makikinabang dyan. Hindi pwede yung ayuda. Pipiliin lang kung sinong bibigyan. Kung kapartido, bibigyan. Kapag hindi partido, hindi bibigyan. That is not governance. That is not governance. That is politics. And I am going to give you good governance and I swear by my father's grave. Thank you very much.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Florencio Loquies, this is a good idea to talk to the people and explain to the people how to improve the life of their constituents in their area of responsibility. Pahayag naman ni Nanette Las, these are the kind of public servants we need in our society. Very well said and explained, sir. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Maria Casca. Manny Pinol is the kind of official to be elected to Philippine government and not afraid to tell the truth about the real problems from the Malacanang. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.